That's the most important part on a very windy day on a place like this. You got to get yourself in an area. You don't want to find yourself going to an area of the lake that might be beat up with the wind. You know, the water might get a little stained and dirty. So I'm going to put myself in the best case scenario for me today, in my personal opinion, to at least get some bites. And that's kind of what we're looking for. We get around some bites. We know those fish are going to be coming as it's getting warmer and warmer when the tournament days come. A little bit of a cooling today, cold front overnight. But once we get to the tournament, it's going to be warming up. It's going to be Florida weather. We saw what happened last week in the MLF event. They caught them. So that's going to have to be the goal this week. We have to catch them. We have to be around them. It's going to take some good weights for this event. So a little midday, actually end of day. It's already 3:30 update. It's been pretty tough. It's been very windy. It's been like blowing at least 30 miles an hour all day long. So it has not been easy. It's tough to fish. There's no doubt about that. Running into a lot of areas that just don't seem fishy. They're very choked out. It's hard, you know. I'm trying to hide from the wind as best I can. Can't run around crazy, but I've had 10 or 11 bites all day, but every one that I did set on was pretty small, so no signs of progress yet. Still got a few more hours into the day to hopefully come across something. So it is day 2 of the official practice. It's a little cool this morning. It ain't as cold as I thought it was going to be, which is actually really good. It's about 50, so a little bit of a cooling, not necessarily a cold front, which is good. I got today's note, the one-liner for the day out of the line burner jar, and we have KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I like that one. Let's keep it really simple today. We're in Florida. We'll just throw what we know works, and hopefully by the end of the day we find us a few fish, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so my back deck camera actually did not record for some reason on day 3 practice, as you see here. This is my dash cam, and basically what I'm doing here is I went down to South Bay, which would be the longest run that you could possibly make from where we went out of on the north end. I did that on day 3 of practice and got down there and got on a couple bites, got on some fish, and it kind of translated to an area where I figured I can go and plant myself and get the most bites. And I think this clip right here, I'm on the phone with maybe Wes Logan just discussing some things about it, and yeah, I told him that I had a few bites down here, and I really think I'm gonna have to commit to making this run because Okeechobee's so big, and with the way it's fishing and there just not being a lot of areas for you to focus in on because of the dirty water, the high water, you basically can only go fish 1 or 2 areas a day, because especially if you're running south. If I committed to running south, I figured I had to be down there and basically forget about everything else I did for the last 2 days of practice to at least give me the best chance of doing well. So that's what I did, and I committed to it, and down south we go. So we are in line for day 1 of the Bassmaster Elite Series. We're going to get the boat put in this morning. We are a late number today, so there was no really big rush this morning. Boat 102 with a long day of fishing to check in at 5 o'clock. So we're going to make a long run this morning. Get to our area, try to slide on in between all the boats, because it seems like how it's going to be. Wherever you go, you got to be fishing with the crowd, and then we'll see what we can do all day. It'll be good having the later day on day 1. I can kind of learn the area, maybe, come across an area or 2 within the area that might not have been found in practice, where I might have just missed or just didn't go through. So that's the one good thing about having a later boat number on day 1. So I'm excited about it. Appreciate you guys for following along. Like I did say, going to start the YouTube series this season. This is on the line, so we have a lot on the line this tournament. You know, all season long. Every tournament is 100 grand for first place. So you're fishing for that. You're fishing for the Angler of the Year. You're fishing for a classic spot. Staying in the elites. You're fishing with a lot of pressure. You know, there's a lot of things changing, a lot of things going on. So you're trying to do your best, and a lot goes into it. You know, the time, the preparation, you know, there's a lot involved. A lot of people don't kind of see that. You know, we were busy last night all the way up until I think 8 o'clock just preparing for the day, for today, for day one of the tournament. So I'm excited to bring that all to you guys, and I appreciate you guys following along.
But what are the feelings for today?
What are the feelings for today? I would be so happy to catch 20 pounds. It's been tough. I think that's kind of the group consensus, but we're in Florida. It's getting warm, so you kind of can't go by what is the word. It's going to go down. There's going to be some very good bags caught, and you just kind of got to keep yourself in the hunt on day one for sure. Kind of see where all the, you know, chips fall after day one, and then kind of go from there. I really would like to get off to a good start. I think there's going to be a good morning bite. Seemed like in practice on the last day I had a couple fish, but I had the ball by like 10 o'clock, so if we can get on a good morning bite, and then that can kind of kickstart us to the day, then we have the rest of the day, and like I said, a long day, fishing until 5 o'clock is our check-in. So hopefully we can get off to a hot start right out the gate, and you know, use that throughout the entire season.
Anything you're looking for?
Jars, this thing I had people make. They wrote in quotes. Some are dumb, some are inspirational. I'm gonna pick one each day for the whole season. So you're gonna pick the first one of the season. We'll see what we get.
Okay. All right, young man. Here you go. Good luck.
All right, let's see what today's.
Hopefully it's not dumb.
It is. You don't find him, he finds you. It's a quote by Axel Torald's Swordfish. That's from Rich, Dev, Nico, and Alex. So I hope the bass find me today.
There you go.
I might know where they live. They just gotta get in the boat. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right, so day one is a wrap, and we had about a little over 14 pounds. Never came across a big bite. As you can see, I'm loading them into the bag. I had 5 solid fish, which is odd in Florida, especially on Okeechobee. Usually your bags are dictated by 1 or 2 big bites, and I just never had that big bite the entire day. On day one, apparently there was a morning bite. Unfortunately, being boat 102, I got down there and kind of fished off to the side. Didn't kind of get in the mix of where the bass were. So I missed that morning bite. Thought I'd have an evening bite, never did. So that was kind of the struggle, but good news, on day 2, we were going out boat number 2, so I figured that'd be a very, very good thing, and I would be able to capitalize on that morning bite. But when I did get out there on day 2, there was no morning bite, and it actually ended up being an evening bite, so those later flights caught them on day 2. But I was fortunate enough on day 2 to capitalize on one big bite. I did end up catching a 6-pounder, so you'll be seeing that in the next few clips coming through. I do have some good footage of day 2's catches. Alright, we're here, day 2 takeoff, and we have the line burner jar. No Marshall today, so he is going to pick
line burners.
What do we got for today's message?
I'm nervous. You made it. Now just go fishing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
By Cody.
Thanks, Cody. Just gotta go catch him today. Alright, day 2. We are preparing for takeoff, going out boat 3 tomorrow. Or today, sorry.
So a little bit shorter of a day, but we get to hopefully get on a morning bite. Be the first ones down to the area fishing, which is good. You know, right in the middle of the pack at 14 pounds yesterday. Just didn't get that big bite. Had a lot of solid fish, no big ones to go along with it. So that big bite today is crucial. We're gonna get 2 to make up for not having one yesterday. So I'm excited about it.
So day 2 is a wrap. Had another 14 pounds. I think day 2 I had 14 pounds and 5 ounces, which was 1 ounce heavier than day 1. Ended up getting 1 big bite. Unfortunately, the average size got a little bit smaller in the area that I was fishing. But again, to make up for the no big bite on day 1, I definitely needed to have a second big bite on day 2 to have a good chance of moving up the leaderboard. Like I said, 14.5, which is an ounce heavier than day 1. Usually that kind of moves you up a few places, but unfortunately it did not. I ended up wrapping up this event with I believe it was a 58th place finish. So I just missed the cut. I think I missed the cut by like a pound, maybe even less. But overall, good start to the year. Good points out of this event, and I will take that, and then we will be heading right to Lake Seminole for the next event.
Hold this one up so you Alright, well, it's Saturday. We did not make day 3 here at Okechobee. Unfortunately, the boat is still here on land. We didn't get to go fishing today. It's a tough pill to swallow. Did everything I can this week. Just couldn't get around enough big bites. I know there was, I think, 2 guys in the area that I'm in that made the top 10. I guess they just, they had a couple, 2, 3 of those big bites a day that got them those 20-pound bags. And unfortunately, I did not. So on to Seminole. Looking forward to that. We're going for breakfast today. I have my mom and my girlfriend with me, going out to eat today for breakfast, and then we're gonna come back here, pack up, and then probably leave Sunday morning and try to get to Seminole at a realistic time to begin practice on Sunday morning.
Well, I just want to say thank you all for following along, tuning in, and watching the first episode of On the Line Fishing with Jonathan Kelly Fishing for the 2023 season of the Bassmaster Elite Series. First stop, Lake Okechobee, is wrapped up, and we are now on to Lake Seminole. I appreciate you guys following along. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment on what you think. Unfortunately, I didn't have the greatest video footage for this event, but a lot more quality and some live footage is coming for you guys for video number 2, episode 2 of On the Line at Lake Seminole. It was a good event, and there are some awesome footage that was captured by bass that I'm going to be able to show you guys, so I'm excited about that. Thank you guys for following along. I appreciate it. Love y'all.